to wait and see how many people are online. Hello to Laida Atila, Senora Mujer, ZZ MNL, DML, Madam Creole. Okay, if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, watching on Facebook or YouTube, please comment and let me know you're here and I can say hi. For all of you guys who are old reliable viewers of Ask Ellana, or if you're new here, welcome to Ask Ellana. My name is Frankie, and today is another day, another live, and today we're going to talk about something pretty cool. So very excited to have you guys here. First things first, the rules of Ask Ellana, if you guys aren't already familiar. If you guys ask questions, interact, and of course, share this live while it's running. So share them with your friends, share it with your neighbor, share it with everybody, tell them to watch. Then you get the opportunity to win a special surprise from Ellana Cosmetics, which you can claim at the end of the live. We will announce the winner and you can DM us on Facebook to claim your prize. So that's the rules. That I don't make them up. Those would happen every week. Today we are going to talk about something really interesting, which is matte versus satin. It's a long requested thing from you guys, but I thought that would be kind of boring if all we talked about was the difference between matte and satin. Because, I mean, I will look and I will show you. I could just show you right now the difference between matte and satin. This is a satin finish. And I'm going to find, I think I have the exact same. This is an old Ellana color. Where is he? Hang on. So this is a satin color. I am just going through all of my products today, and I'm gonna find my matte. Where's my matte? Where'd you go? There. That's not the one. That's the other one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Is a fresh one. This is a matte, and actually the color that matches this better in terms of satin would be, where are you? Would it be a Frankie live if I didn't lose myself? This, right. So if I was just gonna do this live about the difference between matte and satin, it would just boil down to me swatching these two colors and then you see the difference. I'll just do it right now for the purposes of illustrating how simple this live would be if I just limited it to that topic. So this is Self-Love from our Satin Stain Shine collection, which is shiny, as you can see. And this is Love is True from our Lip and Luxe collection, which, while not the exact same color, is about the same level of depth. And once this color dries down, which it will in a few minutes, we'll have to wait for a few minutes. Once this color dries down, you'll be able to see that this one is matte, this is satin. The difference being that this one, when it dries down, will not reflect light, and satin reflects light. That's literally the only difference between matte and satin. So, not a very interesting topic if we just left it at that. But, I'm sorry if I have a little bit of a cold. I still have a cold, allergies. Hello. But, of course, here at Ellana, we won't leave it at that. We're going to talk a little bit about a more in-depth. We're going to talk a little bit about a topic that goes beyond just matte versus satin, which is the idea of changing up your look to change up yourself. So who here, show of comments, just comment me, or whatever, who here believes that changing your outside look can change your insides? Comment now. Tell me if you believe this. I'm checking on the Instagram also. I'm going to have you on Instagram right now. So, who here believes that changing your outside can change your inside? The way you act, or at least the way you act, etc. Yep, when you use a Satin Stain Shine on the cheeks, does it reflect like CM Savage? Yep, it does. It is a glossy, it's even glossy on your cheeks. So, it looks really nice with a So, AJ Preligera believes that if you change your outside, you can change your inside. Who else? Only one response. Facebook friends, you are very, very shy today. Marcelo says, me. Okay, very good. Who else? Do we have anybody who disagrees? Like, changing your outside will not change your inside at all. Walang kinalaman ng outside mo sa loob. Diba sabi talaga yun ng mga matatanda? Like, you know, you can look good on the outside, but it doesn't really affect your inside, blah, blah, blah. Chenes. You know, who disagrees? Man, Facebook people are quiet. Is satin stain shine not sticky on the skin? No, it's not. It's not. It's just glossy, but it's not. It's a non-sticky formula because it's not made with oil. It's a water-based formula, and usually what makes something sticky is the oil. CM Savage believes that that you believe that the outside can change the inside. ZZML says me. Wow, the people of Facebook are very quiet today. If I mention, by the way, before we get into it, I'm waiting for you guys to reply. Nobody believes the other side. Nobody believes that, okay, ito na lang. 1 or 2. Type 1 if you believe that changing your outside can change your inside. And type 2 if you don't believe that changing your outside can change your inside. Type 1 if changing your outside can change your inside. Type 2 if you don't believe changing your outside can change your inside. Might be easier. I am looking. Okay, AJ Prenegade says 1. CM Savage says 1 in all caps with exclamation points. And nobody replies. 2. Tina Siwagan says 2. She doesn't believe that changing her outside. That's fine. So Daniel says 1. Okay, I think we have enough people saying 1 to kind of get an idea of what you guys think. So actually the answer really is 1. It is scientifically proven. It won't permanently change your inside. Let me be clear. Changing yourself on the outside cannot permanently modify your insides. But there is such a thing as, and I forgot the exact term, but it was actually an experiment done in a university. I'm going to look for like white lab coat experiment. It was called the white lab coat effect. So basically had some people wear a white lab coat and they were told that that lab coat belonged to a doctor. And then, so there was 2 groups of people with no lab coats and people with a lab coat. And the people with the lab coat and people with no lab coats, they took the same math test. Everybody knows math. Math, right? But the people who were wearing a lab coat, who were told that they were wearing a doctor's lab coat, actually did better. So subconsciously, the thought of wearing like a doctor's lab coat, wearing something about, that was associated with being smart, did affect their ability to think that they could do something and therefore they actually performed better. So what you wear on the outside can affect how you think about yourself on the inside. And I think this is something that's really important to keep in mind, especially in a situation just like what we're facing right now. When it comes to the new normal, it can be very difficult to feel like you have any sort of power or confidence. And many of you guys have actually written to us telling us that I'm going to be forced to make a huge change in my life and I don't know if I can do it. I don't have the answer specifically for how you guys can make that big change, but I can tell you that changing up your look can maybe be one small step to feeling more confident, more competent, and more able to do the thing you need to do. It's why I dress up for every live, and it's why I believe in the power of makeup and fashion as transformative and not just as performative. I don't just put on makeup to perform beauty for all of you guys. I put on makeup because it's a way of telling myself who I need to be for the day. And that might be something that we can talk about with you guys today. Or I can talk about with you guys today. So that's what we're going to talk about in matte versus satin. As you can see, now my lip and lux is dried down. So you can see now the difference between matte, which is not shiny, and satin, which is still shiny. So, I mean, that's what we're going to talk about. And I'm going to talk about how the use of matte or satin in a look, I'm going to put together a look for you right now. With a small change, just matte or satin, I change up the look entirely and therefore change up the persona that I'm trying to channel for the day. I'm also going to ask you guys a question today, which is, describe to me what your daily look is. Actually, probably not a good question. Better question is, who do you think you need to be in this new normal? Describe the person you think you need to be in the new normal. You, not people in general, but who do you need to be? Me, I feel like I have to be somebody who's got more control of herself, who's more of I hate the term girl boss. I really do. It's because of the Netflix series. I actually like the term, but the Netflix series kind of ruined it for me on some level. But that's just me. But, yeah, so try not to put my foot in my mouth. Because I realize that the point is, I don't like that term because it's kind of been associated with MLMs and stuff. But It's a good term. It just got like badly associated with like thing. And nothing wrong with being an Emily either. Frankie, stop it. Anyway, you're putting your foot in your mouth. Point is, the word's a little bit overused, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I think I need to be a little bit more of a girl boss, somebody who's more in control of her life. And as cheesy and as corny as a word has suddenly become because everybody uses it, but if it works for you, still use it. That's who I need. That's who I think I need to be. But my question is, who do you think you need to be? That's what I want you guys to talk about. Yeah, changing the outside can make you feel different, not in a negative way. True, very true. Frankie was putting her foot in her mouth for a second there. She wasn't thinking straight, so don't take anything she just said seriously. That wasn't me. That was my cold medication. Lol. All right. So tell me in the comments, who do you think you need to be? Describe the person you need to be in the quote-unquote new normal. And let's put together a look about that person today. Let's go. So as I said, I am going to show you kind of, I'm actually right now, I'm more of a satin person. Satin person, I would say, in terms of personality, is more soft and youthful and light and positive and glowy. It is a really nice look if you feel like what you need in life and your visual is to be more fresh and youthful and open. Whereas a matte is a bit more of a powerful look. It tends to look more like that girl boss that I said. I'm using that word a lot. I know it's super overused. Please don't hate me for it. I know you guys like, watch my words, man. But it fits, okay? Like that boss girl kind of, lady, strong person, matte. So we're going to do both looks and then I'm going to show you the difference. But first I'm going to blow my nose because my nose. Okay. So let us start with the base. So for both, my base is going to be the same. I'm going to use the DDCC primer really quickly. Actually, I'm going to cleanse my hand first because I did sneeze and I don't want to use gross sneezy fingers to put this on my hands. So I'm spraying my hand. And we're going to go in and just put some DDCC primer on my face. Okay. So I'm hoping you guys reply soon because I'm asking that question. Who do you think, what persona, what kind of person you think you need to be to face the new normal the way that you want to face it? So you can talk about like what kind of person do you want to be like now? A lot of you guys, I'm trying to be less worried and less anxious. So you want to be like stronger and more let's not use the word less. Let's use the word more because I want to come from a more positive place. So you want to be stronger and more confident, right? You feel like you need to be a stronger, more confident person. What else, guys? I'm a satin girl, but I know I'm a matte girl on the inside. What? Same. There's always room for both. So tell me, who do you feel like you need? Who is that? What is that persona? And I'm not saying you have to be like when I talked about how your outsides can change your inside. I'm not using this to say put on a mask. It's not like being a fake person. It's more of when you change your outside, you're able to unlock in yourself sort of a potential that maybe you never knew you had. Just like those students who put on that white lab coat and then realized it could actually do math really well. Sometimes changing your outside, it's like a fake it till you make it kind of thing. If you watched our session with Ronita last Saturday, it's kind of a fake it till you make it kind of thing where you look like the person you want to be so that you can believe that you can be that person. It's that. Remember like that line of like dress for the job you want, not the job you currently have, unless the job you have is what you currently want. I feel like I need to be more in control, not lazy, confident, and I need to stay sane. Okay, so what does that person, like, comment, guys. You guys are really quiet today, which is very odd. I'm going to just blot my satin. Yeah, so you can see that satin kind of blots down to a stain. Matte, if I blot it, I'll take out a tissue. If I blot the matte, it ain't coming off. So, right, see. I need to be a calm, collected, confident mom that I am so my kids will remember this period with fond memories instead of fear. Nice. Okay. I need to somebody who's matured in physical appearance, like using makeup for daily life when I go out because I always think I'm a high schooler, but I'm already 22 years old. It's who I am. 22 is young. If you look youthful, if you want to look more mature, that's fine. You can do that with makeup. But don't, enjoy being young also. I miss being 22. Anyway, but I get it. You want to be taken more seriously. Nice. So let's go into a look that kind of does Exactly that. All right. So a lot of you guys are talking about wanting to look more cool, calm, and collected. So I'm going to show you a look that kind of projects that. All right. Because I was asking what kind of look you want to see. Most of you guys, for the past few weeks, you've been asking me to kind of put on looks that are more natural and glowy and fresh. And those are nice. They kind of project this kind of open, warm, natural beauty. But sometimes beauty has to be more like armor. In fact, the last time we were faced with a crisis this big, aka World War II, because we literally have to compare this to World War II, people wore bold makeup. You'll actually tend to notice that in times of crisis, people tended to wear stronger makeup, not more demure, glowy makeup, because they wanted to look strong. So I'm going to show you guys a look that, for me, makes me look strong, and I encourage you guys to also find that look for yourself. But let's start with, I put primer on. We're going to now put on some foundation. Okay, so I'm going to use my loose mineral foundation in Cafe Brevet. Before I do that, I'm going to use my loose mineral concealer first. Where is my loose mineral concealer in Cheer? Now, here in Ellana, we're obviously really big on kind of embracing yourself, embracing your flaws, and accepting who you are. But I'll also admit that it's very, very hard sometimes to feel confident when you feel like people are always staring at you or ready to criticize you, right? So if that's the case, then you just be like, okay, if my flaws are going to distract you from taking me seriously, then fine. I will slightly change my flaws. I will get rid of my flaws or conceal them, but know that, that's just for your sake and not for mine, because I don't really care about them. So I don't really care actually about my blemishes so much. Like, I don't mind that I have them, but I conceal them because I feel like having a more flawless face creates an illusion of she's in control of her look. That's kind of the effect I'm trying to go for. Let me just get my brush cleaner. All right. AJ Guerra wants to look like Kate Middleton, simple and classy. Good. That's actually like, stiff upper lip kind of thing. That could be a very powerful angle. Beauty equals armor, very true. When I just can't, I lipstick. Yeah, there's one advantage of matte lipstick is that it doesn't smudge when it's inside your mask. Yeah, I'm not fond of using concealer, but when I need to look more in control and more powerful, I put on that concealer because I want people to not see that I'm tired, especially one of those looks. Like, how people like to comment, mukha kang pagod. I'm like, if that's going to distract you from taking what I say seriously, or if I'm going to be conscious all day of what people think, then I'm just going to be like, okay, fine. I'll put on some concealer, and that way I'm not thinking about what people think anymore. Like, wala. Tirapan ko naman eh. But what's important is you have to have confidence in your ability to make your makeup look good. Even if maybe it's not 100% good, you have to own whatever look you put on your face, even if maybe it's not the best, because part of the psychological power of your look, it does not depend on what other people think about it. It depends on what you believe about it. So that's important. So to be honest, any look can be a power look, but admittedly, there are some classic looks that people tend to gravitate to when they want to look strong. And since literally all of you guys said that you want to feel stronger and more competent during this period, we're going to go with a strong lady look. I don't necessarily think it's even down to eyeshadow. I think it's just about strengthening your face. Like, a lot of people think it's all about one makeup product, like all about eyeshadow or all about lipstick. No, it's all about constructing an image, a total image with your look. So I'm going to go in with my loose mineral foundation. This is Cafe Brevet. Do I still need to wash my brushes aside from Yep, you still need to do it at least once every 2 weeks, I think. So it's not just about eyeshadow. I think it's really just about, you have to put together a makeup look that you feel confident about. And that makes you feel like the person that you guys are describing, which is that strong, put together person, this fearless person. And don't worry if you don't feel that way on the inside. As I said, sometimes the external helps you believe an internal truth about it. I think that everybody who's watching has the ability to be that fearless person, has the ability to be that competent person, has the ability to be that boss girl that they think they need to be. But we have a hard time believing it. So this is where kind of like makeup and beauty come into play. And if it helps to think about it like a costume, don't feel resistant to the term costume. Because I actually was in theater before. And in theater, you actually are told as an actor to learn to do your own makeup. Because by doing your own makeup, you see yourself transforming to the character. You take control over the transformation, and it becomes more real to you. So the same thing goes for every day in your makeup life. When you transform into that, boss woman you think you need to be right now, it's okay to think about it as like a costume or like armor, because it helps you get through. You know what I mean? By the way, guys, don't forget to ask questions and react to this live while it's running, so that you get a chance to win surprises at the end. All right. So I've got my flawless base. Now, usually we go for glowy, right? And I'm going to probably add some glow later, but not as much as before. So I'm going to show you guys the difference between using matte and using satin on the lips. That's all in place I'm going to use them, because cheeks, kind of hard to change up. So now that we're flawless, let's go to some contour. One of the easiest ways to feel stronger, in a sense, is to feel more sculpted. So having the angles of your face pop out. For this, I'm going to use the shade Espresso Martini, because it's a very subtle contour, especially if you guys are very, very new to contouring. So I'm going to do that for you guys right now. Espresso Martini is a very warm, it's almost like a bronzer actually, because it's very, very subtle, it's easy to work with, and it also helps create a definition. Okay, also needed to learn how to put on makeup and eyeshadow specifically, because it's needed at proper grooming, for proper grooming at work, to look professional at work and to give more formality and power on being in a specific position in the work area. It is true. When I was just starting out at work, I actually wore makeup every day. Now that I'm older, yeah, I'm already old looking, so people take my haggard face seriously. But it does help. Actually, honestly, I think that I don't actually think wearing a ton of makeup makes you look more professional to other people. I don't think so. But I think that it became popular to do so because of what it did to the person wearing it. I feel like when you wear makeup, when you go that extra mile, when you put on that extra like change of clothes or whatever, so we have like business formal or whatever, it was less about how people thought about you and more about how you think about yourself. So when you're crafting this look for yourself, you have to think about, what does it make me feel? What am I trying to project? Again, we go back to the idea of intentionality, because how you make yourself look can affect how you make yourself feel. And if you take that extra, you decide to take the extra mile and you decide to put on a different look, it can help you feel the way you want to. It's taking control over your feelings, you're taking control over your externals. Would liquid products like concealer or blush disrupt your loose mineral foundation? Nope. The only thing that liquid products will disrupt, by the way, though, I do recommend using a powder concealer with a liquid loose mineral foundations, because our powder concealer is higher coverage. But in general, no, it doesn't. I'm using a cream contour right now. It only disrupts the Stay Matte Poreless powder, the setting powder. Okay. Where to start if you contour your face? It depends on the shape of your face. So if you're going to contour your face, at least for me, I've learned where to contour my face already. But what you would do is you'd want to connect the tip of your ear to the corner of your mouth, like that. So like this, use a long brush or a ruler, tip of your mouth, so corner of your mouth, tip of your ear, the top of your ear. And right where that line is where you'd usually contour. But you don't want to go farther than the corner of your eyes. You don't want to go all the way down here. You want to just go to here. So along this line is where I'm contouring, like just along there. Because that just generally works for all faces. That's for the cheekbone. That's how to locate your cheekbone. For the jaw, I just kind of like go along my jaw. It depends if you want your jaw to look stronger or softer. I think with like a girl boss, like, lady in charge look, it's a defined jaw just kind of makes me feel stronger. But if that's not how you feel, it's fine. What to put first? Concealer first, always, before foundation. So OGBB comes after cream to powder concealer. Yeah, we're not just a makeup brand, because we don't just sell makeup. We also sell like soap and face masks and hand sanitizer and skincare in the form of face mists. We're really not just a makeup brand. So that's why, like, the reason why we are doing this live about matte versus satin and talking about how your externals can affect your internals is, again, a lot of you guys have been messaging us with how you are anxious about the life that comes ahead. And I wanted to tell you that it is completely within your power to choose a better life for yourself, despite the fact that the world seems to be on fire around us. You do have the potential to survive this. The human race is, we're not doing, yeah, you have the power to build a better life for yourself, even if the entire world is in a global pandemic. But we recognize that maybe not everybody in this life feels very confident about it. So we're going through an external transformation so that you guys can believe that you are able to choose a better internal transformation. And the nice thing about these products is, unlike, stage makeup, which I'm going to be honest, if you wear stage makeup every single day, you will get pimples. A lot of products are healthy for your skin. So even as you are transforming your outside, you're also improving your insides because you're improving your skin health. But the point is, we want you to be able to believe in your transformation. So we're showing you how to do it on the outside so you can believe in yourself on the inside. Let's do brows while Frankie is rambling. So I feel like strong brows. Let's go with a dark brown. A lot of people had a question. If you attended our brow masterclass last Friday, a lot of you guys asked then in that masterclass, when do I use dark brown? Because like light brown is the universal shade. Well, for me, you use dark brown if you want to make an impression. So I'm just going to use my pomade here to create a slightly arched brow. So notice that I'm just drawing like a line to define where my brow is going to be. I don't go the full Donya brows because I don't want to, I think it makes me look old. And I tend to already have a very old looking face. Like I have RBF, which kind of makes it easier for me to look like a girl boss because I already look scary. So I'm gonna like lean into that for this look and make something that makes me feel powerful, but not too far that I look like Miss Tapia. All right. By the way, guys, ask questions while we're going on. So I'm gonna ask. If you guys aren't gonna like ask questions, I'm gonna ask you guys questions and see if you can contribute to the discussion today. Since you described the kind of person you need to be, right? You all describe the kind of person you need to be, or the kind of person you think you need to be to get through this pandemic. Describe then what that person looks like in your head. So if you take take a moment, close your eyes and tell me what that. Answer me when you're ready. Like tell me, what does that person who is going to survive this pandemic, and not just survive but thrive and like, kill the game and be super cool and awesome, what does she look like? Or what does he look like? I know a couple of you guys are guys who are watching this. So what does that person look like? What do they look like? Let's be gender neutral. What do they look like? Honestly, like I feel like people all thought, I feel like a lot of people, because a lot of you guys commented like, I feel like I can't work from home and I feel so unproductive. And I think like examining yourselves, what changed in your routine? I think a lot of us stopped wearing like our outside clothes and stopped wearing makeup. And so our brains sort of felt like we're at home mode. Like it's one of the powerful things with makeup is that it puts your brain in another space. It's like, I am now at work. It's like, this is my work face versus my at home face. So a lot of people are like, I'm just going to be at home and nobody's going to see me. Well, one, video calls. And two, it doesn't matter if nobody is going to see you. You still see you and your brain still sees you. And also, makeup serves a protective purpose for your skin. So why aren't you wearing it? Like I wear makeup, except for when I have to do a live. I wear makeup every day. Actually, I wash off my makeup. I wear it every day and then I wash it off before I go live so I can put it on again. Because it protects my skin from the dirt, which is still in my house. Like there's still dirt in my house. We have to stop thinking that makeup is about other people seeing us, or how we look is about how other people see us. How you look is less about how other people see you and more about how you see yourself or how you want to see yourself. And I think we need to embrace that power. Like we've used external imagery so much to manage other people's expectations, but in fact, it's most powerful. It's more powerful when it comes to changing how you see yourself. So I say, like, take charge of your makeover because it's important to you and not because of how other people are going to see you or not. Simple eye makeup, eyebrows on fleek, cat eye, bold lip. Okay, describe to me the kind of person you want to be. What does she look like? Like, remember we talked about who do you think you need to be because of the pandemic? Now tell me what they look like. Because you guys haven't told me, like, what is the look you associate with that person? I'm constructing for myself the look that I would associate with this person because it's an aesthetic that I have. I kind of want to look like somebody who's super confident and can handle criticism and, can bounce back from mistakes and stuff. So she's somebody who's strong and learns fast and can take herself seriously and whatever. So that's the look I'm constructing. You know what that means for me? Strong brows. Okay. You really look Korean. I'm Chinese Filipino, which means I'm Filipino. I also feel like, in a sense, like this stronger look tends to communicate that, like a stronger look tends to communicate that you're more in control of yourself. So I'm leaning into that because if I can do that for myself, then I can, I can believe it. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. By the way, I should mention that if you use the code Ask Ellana Bonus, that's one word, Ask Ellana Bonus, from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock today at ellanacosmetics.com, you get an additional, just today, so from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock today, you can use the code Ask Ellana Bonus to get an additional 10% off your order. So just additional 10% off, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock today. If you don't go shopping by 8, bye-bye, wala na, it's gone. Okay. People assume that most people dress up or change how they look for others, but no, people do it for themselves. That is true. Which is why I'm challenging you. How do you want to look? What is the how does the person you feel you need to be look like? Because the easiest thing to change is how you look like on the outside. It really is the easiest thing to change. I'm talking about like clothes and makeup. Because like I know weight or whatever, but you guys, like a lot of you guys sent messages about being insecure about your weight, to which I say, why does your weight matter? It shouldn't. But anyway, a lot of you guys talked about how you feel not confident. And the easiest thing to change is your outside. If you can paint that picture of the more confident person on yourself, you can feel more confident. To do that, I'm going to do a cat eye. So actually, I'm going to do a half cat eye, which starts at the center of my eye using the brow pomade, the dark brown. I'm just going to wing that out. There you go. So yes, if you don't know, the brow brush makes a really good eyeshadow brush. Okay, I'm going to do a full cat eye because I feel like I started it already, so why not? See? We're doing a cat eye. So I'm using the Life Proof Eyebrow Gel as an eyeliner because yes, it can. It's really good for that. What color are you using for cat eye? It's the dark brown. I also use the dark brown on my eyebrows because it's the same color as the roots of my hair, which is kind of like a dark brown. There you go. So that's done. One eye done. We're going to go on the other eye. So I always start from the center of the eye. Don't start from the inner corner. You start from the center first and do the wing. And if you have a flat brush like this that already has like an angle to it, that kind of does the wing for you, to be honest. So if you have a good brush, it's a lot easier to do a cat eye. Especially if you're using like a gel type liner, which is what the brow pomade is. It's a gel type eyeliner. So start from the middle of your eye and then wing it outward if you guys want like really strong. A lot of people associate, confident women with a cat eye. And I feel like, you know what? I'm all for that because cats are confident and they take no prisoners and they don't say sorry. And they, have 9 lives. I love cats. So I guess that's why cat eyes are associated with like strong women. So if you want an easy cat eye, angled brow brush. Yep. I'm stressed, so my health is kind of wee woo. So guys, you should get enough sleep. I know it's really hard to get sleep during a pandemic. A lot of us are, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I've been having like quarantine dreams, which is not unusual. Like I read about actually that a lot of people have not been sleeping well because of anxiety. But again, that's why I kind of spend time doing my makeup. It helps me kind of counteract, how stressed I am or how scared I am. When I paint on this face, I can kind of believe I'm the person that I'm painting. I mean, when you look like the person you believe you want to be, then you can believe, then, alam mo yun, parang it's easier to believe that you can be that person kung kamukha mo naman siya. Right? Like, for example, you can believe you're Miss Universe if you look like Miss Universe. So, same thing goes for if you want to believe you're more confident. You can believe you're more confident if you look more confident. And if that takes, do that, it takes makeup, go do the makeup. So I have my cat eye on. I would usually put on mascara, but I don't have a mascara. That's Ellana. Because obviously we don't have a mascara yet. Please don't ask. We are making new stuff that is not, we have to prioritize other stuff. So don't ask when we're going to have a mascara. It's going to be a while. But we're going to move on to the cheeks and the lips. So since I want to show you the difference between using a matte versus a satin, I'm going to keep my cheeks relatively neutral. I'm going to use a color that kind of matches both the matte and the satin, which is Strawberry Daiquiri. It's an out of stock shade. You can also use Love Potion for this. I'm just using Strawberry Daiquiri because it's like a bit closer to Love is True. And I'm just gonna put a little bit lang. So this is actually a matte blush. If I made it a satin blush, it would be glowier and that would be more useful. And actually, I'd apply it differently. If it was satin blush, I would apply it closer to the center of my cheek. But because I want to look more snatched, more contoured, I'm applying the blush to the angle, like up here lang, to the sides of my face lang. And that kind of helps create a more sculpted look. So I'm trying to avoid cute. Like, there's nothing wrong with cute makeup. If the person who has to get through quarantine needs to be a cute girl, go be cute. But for me, I've been cute like every day in quarantine, and now I just want to feel like, nope, I want to feel powerful. So I'm contouring my cheeks here. You can see it's barely any blush. It's very, very light. Because we're going to make the lips the focal point. So we're going to go in on the lips. Where are my two products? Where did you go? Haha! Okay, so we have the satin and we have the matte. So I'm going to go in with the satin first to show you the difference in the look. Matte versus satin. So the benefits of using the satin stain shine, by the way, is that the satin stain shine is already... So it has olive oil and mung bean extract, which naturally hydrates your lips. This shade is called Self Love. It's actually my favorite shade. It's a dark brownie red with a gloss. So you can see it's kind of like glamorous and very pretty and very feminine and very like, you know, sweet. So it's got that kind of like stain to it. It's very glossy and you can wear it without a balm underneath because it is so hydrating. So it's got a very nice, natural, cute look to it. If you're into like the Korean look, especially, satin stain shine is really good for that. So again, it has mung bean and olive oil extract. It's actually a lip serum. It does kind of help hydrate your lips. It's a lot of like moisture going in. But for my look today, might be too cute. I want to look a little bit stronger. So what I'm gonna do, blot my lips so I leave a stain behind, and I'm gonna go in with a matte. So this is our Lip in Luxe matte liquid lipstick. It's the shade Love is True. And as you see, I scraped off a lot of the excess because it's a very deep, very strong shade. And you're going to see just how different I'm going to look. An interesting thing to note, I want to say this, is that these two shades are actually very close together in color. But because the Lip in Luxe does not reflect light, it looks darker. And that adds kind of that more serious look to the whole vibe. You know what I mean? Like, it creates that more serious looking lady effect. Where did I put the Lip in Luxe? Here it is. So you can see, like, versus the satin where it was very youthful and kind of cute, just by changing the lips. With a matte look, I look more serious, I look more put together, I look more severe. Like especially if I pull my hair back and I put like, I'll put on a, where's my hair tie? Sorry if you're seeing my crotch. Where are my hair ties? Where are my hair ties? Whatever. Well, I'll use a hair clamp then. Where's my hair clamp? See, if I tie back my hair, right? I'll just use a hair clamp because I can't find my hair ties. You can see the difference that a matte versus a satin is, where the matte looks a little bit more serious, a little bit more severe. It looks kind of like more controlled. And the nice thing about mattes as well, which is why a lot of people like them, is that they don't move. So satins, you have to retouch, you have to kind of, again, they're a very cute finish, they're very youthful, so there's a retouch, there's a shine. With matte, there's no light. It's a completely flat lip. It tends to make lips look bigger, which I've noticed. Like, a lot of people say glossy lips look bigger, but I feel like because you fill in more color with a matte, mattes can make you look bigger. It is a little bit more of a hassle finish because the inside of your mouth will naturally wear off because it's more wet and wetness. This is not, it's a water resistant finish, so it doesn't like being in the wet places. Or you can try. You can see it's instantly like, if you remember what I looked like when I wore the you call that, when I wore the satin stain shine, it was more like youthful and bubbly and sweet, the same color almost. But with the matte, you have a very strong look, especially with the brows. It's a very, very powerful kind of in control vibe. I'm just gonna fill in this eyebrow because it's a little bit messy. So I'm gonna take my pencil and just correct the top here. So this is Love Is True Lip and Luxe Matte Liquid Lipstick. And by the way, the reason why we're featuring this right now is there will be something tomorrow. Lol. Anyway. But you can have, the reason why I'm featuring this now is you can get them on sale if you use the 10% code there. By the way, you can also get on sale. You can also get these on sale. You can also get the brow pomade and the brow pencil that I use to do my eyeliner. I'm just gonna like clean up my eyeliner a little bit. The thing with the pomade is if you close your eyes too fast, it will smudge. You just have to wait for it to dry. So there you go. So it's a very, very bold. Satin stain does not, like satin stain, for example, the difference between satin and matte, right? So satin stain shine, you will see it comes off. Okay, it does stain though, so you can see there's definitely a stain there. But with Love Is True, the matte, I mean, good luck. Look at that. It's just, you know, see the difference? See? Right? And even like this one, because I applied it, there's gonna be a little bit of, I would say if you, because I press down, right? If you press down and you swipe on your lips, there will be some transfer, but very, very little. And if you just kind of, I'll show you with my lips right now. I think it's dry already. Right? Nothing. So I'll do it again. But you do get like, in return, because there's no light being reflected, there's no glow, you can tend to look more mature, stronger, more serious, maybe even a little bit more scary. But if that's the kind of person you think you need to be to get through pandemic, go ahead. Like I've made my outfit look more aligned with that person because I feel like I just want to be that, I don't want to use a bad word, that bad boss. Lang. That bad boss sounds horrible. I don't want to be a bad boss. That, you know what I mean? Bad word that rhymes with witch. That word, like, I can make mistakes, and I can do it. Yeah. So that's the difference between the matte and the satin stain shine. Now, honestly, again, which one works better? It's not a better or worse. People ask what's better. Personally, most of the time I use satin stain shine because it's more hydrating. Ito yun, satin stain shine, more hydrating. Health, like it's got more skincare benefits. It's also a lip serum. The matte lipstick, longer wearing, but doesn't really have a ton of skincare benefits because it's really just a matte lipstick that doesn't, it's just made without lead. So the pigments are safe for your body if you eat them, which you will inevitably eat them because it's on your lips. But yeah, it's not the most forgiving as well if you have a lot of lines on your mouth. Like even if you're using a creamy matte like this, it's not gonna be the most forgiving simply because it's a matte, so it clings. It really sticks to your skin. So you really have to exfoliate your lips. You have to treat your lips in advance. Whereas Satin Stain Shine, it's more forgiving. Your lips look youthful, more plump, etc. But if you want to look more mature, somebody actually brought up they want to look more mature. A matte lipstick really works for that. Yep. Okay. So that's basically the thing. So I've showed you guys how to put together a very classic kind of strong woman look. I hope you guys I hope you guys enjoyed. But again, the question, like, how you want to look like is really dependent on you. How you feel you need to look like, the faces, what face you need to show so that you can put your best. How do I put this? In World War II, I'm going to get this from my. Should I use lip balm when using lip and locks? If you use lip balm when you use lip and locks, you will get more transfer because it has to cling to dry skin. That's just the reality. I will, yeah. By the way, the winner, yeah, I'm gonna just, okay. So the winners, by the way, so okay, I'm gonna announce the winner already because we're a little bit over time and I'm getting a little bit sabaw. Then I'll do my final thoughts. So our winners, by the way, for Instagram is Laida Tiles, LIADATILES. Please message us on Facebook. And our winner on Facebook is Irasga Hernandez M. Ruth. So congratulations to the two of you for winning. So now my final thoughts regarding kind of like this look, the difference. You guys were able to see the difference between matte and satin. By the way, you can wear them together. I should mention that. If you want to be boss, but not totally boss, you can actually mix them together. So your lips look more healthy, and you can do that. It's just this is not going to be transfer proof. This is going to start transferring as well. It's just a warning. So you can put them together if you want. But my final words come from this book that I was reading this weekend about makeup history. It's called Compacts and Cosmetics. So this is the just talk about like the history of makeup, right? On the one hand, makeup is empowering. The better you look, the better you feel, and the better you do. So makeup is empowering. The better you look, the better you feel, and the better you do. Put your best face forward. Advised cosmetics advertisements during World War II. Look your best to do your best. So it's not about how other people are going to perceive you. The makeup that you choose to put on your face should make you feel more capable of doing what you need to do, choosing the life you have for yourself, especially in a time like this. Can be very, very scary. I personally have had 79 breakdowns in the past 100 plus days. Like of the 100 plus days we've been in quarantine, like maybe a good one, like I've only been not breaking down maybe 1/3 of the time. Okay? So I'm not exactly the most stable person right now. But when I put together a face, when I sit down, I do my makeup, I'm telling myself, I will look good so I feel like I can do better. And if I can do better, then I can choose better. So I hope that you guys feel the same way. I hope you guys didn't feel this was super sabaw. It was kind of me trying to like expand on the topic more. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, do not forget, get an additional 10% off your purchase at ellanacosmetics.com if you use the code AskEllanaBonus from 6 to 8 p.m. today. Regular priced items only though. Lol. Yeah, so just log on, go do the do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!